So we're going to start seated, and that's a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. I'm actually kneeling over another bolster, a secondary bolster, but you can, of course, sit against a wall or sit on a chair or sit cross-legged or kneeling. Just be comfortable for the next few minutes for breath work. So let's take the hands into the lap and just take the right hand on top of the left and just connect the thumbs there. Feel that the fingers are nice and loose in each, it's kind of a cradling mudra, and let the wrists just drop down into the crooks of the hips or the thighs, resting into the elbows. You don't have to hold the elbows out, and let the shoulders feel relaxed and heavy. But we still want to feel that we are sitting nice and tall in the spine. So we're not collapsing and rounding, but we're breathing and lengthening into the spine. And you can choose to close the eyes or take a soft gaze. And just start to become present with yourself as you come to your restorative practice, which is at the end of this month of our chakra-inspired, chakra-themed practices. So each one of our postures in our restorative practice today will focus on each one of the chakras. Allow your breath to anchor you into your space, into your surroundings, surrounded by your four walls, your ceiling, and your floor. And take a moment to let go of your day. Let go of any thoughts that are pulling you away from the present moment, the right here, the right now. Beginning to focus on your physical presence as you sit there, maybe giving your body a scan from head to toe, checking in, asking yourself, how do I feel today? How do I feel right now? And if you come across any areas of the body that feel tight, feel tense, a clenching or gripping, direct your focus and your exhale breath to those areas to let go just a little bit more. And it could be somewhere as simple as clenching into the teeth or the jaw, or any of the muscles as you sit there, tightening up, engaging. And then return back to the focus on your breathing. So samavriti breath, equal inhale to equal exhale. Starting from the root, the earth, breathing in, traveling all the way up the spine to the crown of your head and beyond. And the exhale breath is from the crown all the way down the spine, back down to the root and to the earth. So focus on that flow of breath, breathing in, traveling up, breathing out, traveling down. And just a couple more of those equal spinal breaths. And then let go of the spinal breath and just breathe normally. If you wish to, this is an opportunity to invite a sankalpa into your practice, an intention or a statement of affirmation. Whatever you might need most at this time, we'll return to this sankalpa in your intention during our Yoga Nidra a little later on in the practice. So maybe thinking of something that you need most right now from this nurturing, supportive practice of restorative yoga. No effort is needed. Release the hands out to the sides of your knees and just gently bring some movement back into the fingers as you wiggle the fingers and move into the wrists. Give the wrists a little shake out. And clench and stretch. And then gently circle through the shoulders. Release as you need to here through the spine. You might like to do a few rounds of cat and cow as you sit there, just releasing into the spine. And always being aware that restorative yoga doesn't really meet any challenge or edge. You just want to use all of your props to be fully held and supported. So coming to our first posture, which is supported, reclined, bound angle pose. So I've set my props up accordingly. So I've got 2 blocks underneath a bolster, then a blanket to support my head. I've also got a blanket which is going to be underneath my buttocks. So that's just a really nice comfort blanket. I've also got 2 of the thinner blocks to support the knees, but you don't need that. I also have a strap, which is where we're going to use the strap to wrap around the hips and the feet. So making some sort of, and I'm just going to pull this back a little bit. There we go. Okay, so let's get into the strap first of all. So the strap, you sit inside your strap. You need to have the strap or the belt in a circle. Okay, and so that goes just behind the sacrum. It comes over the top of the hips, so it's around the waist. All right. And if you have a D-ring and a belt where you can pull the excess tighter, that then goes over the feet. Okay, so it supports the ankle. Make sure that the feet. Hello, Wesley. You're joining in with restorative yoga today. I hope you're going to be nice. All right. So when you start to lie back into your reclined, hello, are you going to come and lie down? Oh, come on then. So when you start to lie down, you can start to pull that strap in, okay, for your held, reclined, bound angle. So supporting you underneath the lower back, and it's coming across the hip flexors and then around the outer edges of the feet. That's it. You got it. That's it. And then it's around the outer edges of the feet. That's it. Yes, perfect. So make sure that D-ring is by your hips so that you can start to pull that D-ring in a little bit there. Yeah, there you go. All right. So it takes a while to get into some of these postures, but don't worry, we're here for a few minutes. So Lie back. Make sure the head is nicely supported. You're not lifting up the head lifting up the chin too much. All right, the arms come out to the side of you, and again, depending on if you've got extra blankets, then you support the arms as well. But we've got a lot of props going on already. So take a big exhale now. You're there. And just start to settle in. I'm not going to talk much through each of these postures. I'll talk to get us in there, and then I'll leave you for the duration and let you know when it's time to come out. So we're here for about 5 minutes. And this is our first chakra, our Muladhara, our root, located at the pelvic floor. So taking your focus, taking your breath down to the root, to the earth, to that diamond shape between heels and buttocks. And as you lie in these postures for the number of minutes that we are holding them, try to keep the mind present with the body. If you feel that your thoughts are being distracted and pulled away into something else, bring them back into your breath. Re-anchor yourself into the present moment. Give yourself the time, the calm, and the peace. Give in to the exhale, give in to gravity. Soften every part of your body. Bones, muscles, even skin. Take a few deeper breaths, breathing in, breathing out, preparing yourself to come out of the posture. Start by moving the hands and then flipping the palms over, lifting the head nice and gently to look along the body. You're going to loosen your strap around the thighs and then gently bring the knees in towards one another and take the strap away. Just gently drop the knees in towards one another there, just for a gentle constructive rest. Feel the body responding to coming out of the hold. And then gently press into the elbows and the palms to push yourself up to seated. And let's come into our second posture. Take your time to just get everything out of the way. I'm going to need a couple of blankets, one or two, and a bolster. So you can take all of the blocks to one side. This is our sacral chakra, so we'll be coming into a supported, reclined twist. So one of the blankets can be underneath your hip and one blanket can be between the legs. So if you like, you can just fold the blanket there, and then the bolster goes behind you, okay? And then blanket goes between the thighs. So you can roll the bolster in nice and close to you, so it just supports you there. And again, if you've got other blankets or other props, you might like to support your shoulder. If not, you can rest the hand up on top of the bolster. So just coming into this supine twist, and you can make that blanket a little bit thicker if it's not quite supporting that top leg enough. And if you've got those blocks, what you might be able to do is put a block in between the blanket. Even that's quite nice, but then you just have to balance and hold it. So you make sure that you come into the posture that you can hold and stay. So the gaze can be to the right hand up towards the sky. I would say to the left hand might be a little bit too much for a restorative pose, but that's entirely your choice. Close the eyes, settle in. We're only here for a few minutes on each side. Taking your focus down to the sacrum, the second chakra, or the Svadhisthana, located just below the navel, above the pubic bone, at the front of the body, and at the back of the body, obviously at the sacroiliac joint, the sacrum where the spine meets the pelvis, which is hopefully where you have your bolster supporting you. So really breathing into the lower abdomen, lower spine. This hold was a little bit shorter than the first one because we have to do it on both sides, obviously. So just taking a few deeper breaths. Just preparing yourself to move, bringing the head back into center, bringing the arms back into center, taking away, first of all, the prop between the thighs, and then just gently rolling onto your back. Now, just feel the sacrum starting to flatten out as the pelvis spreads across the mat. Again, being aware of this focal area of the sacral chakra, lower abdomen, and lower spine. And then swapping sides, just taking the bolster over. And placing the blanket or the block between the thighs. Making sure that that bolster is really nice and tight up against your back. So it's supported, you're not going to roll anywhere and it's not going to roll anywhere. And then again, making sure that your right shoulder, your right arm is comfortably placed for the twist. So we don't want to have to hold the posture. It's not a yin pose. It's not a hatha pose. We want to be nice and comfortable here. So opening up the chest, opening up the gaze to the sky or to the left hand. Noticing any differences as you come to the other side. Not many postures in this practice are both sides. Most of them are symmetrical. So just noticing difference from right to left. Maybe you need to compensate a little bit more for the body on one side. Just beginning to take a few deeper breaths. Just bring your awareness back before starting to move. Bring the head back to center, bring the arms back into center. Slide the bolster away, take the blanket away from between the thighs. And just roll onto the back once more. Take a constructive rest there, feet go wide, knees come together. And just take the hands onto the lower abdomen there, that last moment of focus in towards the sacral chakra. Just notice again how the spine and the body respond to coming out of the supine twist. Draw the knees in towards the chest, nice and gently. They don't have to crush. Just roll out left and right. Circle the knees a few times, one way and the other. If you like, this might be an opportunity to get into the hips just a little bit. Again, always just being soft, gentle, not over forcing anything. Thinking more of a therapeutic practice. And then let us roll over to one side. Take your time. Don't rush to come up because we've been down for a while. So coming into our third chakra, our third posture, which is our surfboard. So we're going to need a couple of blankets, a bolster, and maybe a block. If you don't have two blankets, you can certainly roll up the end of your yoga mat. This is really to support the ankles. So we're going to be lying in a prone posture. If you have a blanket, then you can roll that, and that comes underneath the ankles. Okay. The bolster comes underneath the torso, and the head comes off of the end of your bolster. So really you're going to have probably your pubic bone, your solar plexus, heart, chest, and your head off of the end. And that's where the second blanket comes in handy, and maybe on top of a block. Either the thinner, well, actually, I think I might go thinner block. So you can roll up the blanket quite thick, and then you pop that over there. Okay. So coming down, making sure that you get your pubic bone right on the end of the bolster. And you can turn onto the cheek if you don't want to put down onto the forehead. And the hands can just come around your blanket in the front. So beginning to drop all of your body weight down into the bolster. Making sure that you've left a space to breathe. Breathe deeply, solar plexus, our Manipura. And that's really front, back, and sides, all around the central core area of the body. So the sides of the waist, the belly, the upper belly, just underneath the diaphragm, above the navel, a little bit, and into the back, kind of moving from the lower back into the mid back. Focus into that central area, allowing the belly to soften, become heavy into the bolster, almost as if you have extra weight on the middle of your back. We're not in surfboard for too long, just 3 minutes. So starting to take a few deeper breaths as you just bring your awareness back. And we'd like to move into the next posture, which is supported fish with as minimal effort as we can. So using the blanket that you had your head on, bringing that on top of your bolster, sliding the bolster along a little bit, and then coming into supported fish from there. Now that blanket that you had underneath the ankles, you can then slide it underneath the knees and come into your supported fish. Wiggle around so that you find the optimal, comfortable posture. The arms gently go out to the side, the shoulders and the rib cage and chest start to open and mold themselves around your prop. The heart is our fourth chakra. So right in the center of our chest, hopefully you have nestled yourself into your bolster to feel the heart space on the back body, and the front body opens up towards the sky. And really breathe deeply here into the lung capacity, the lung space. Soft, so long inhales and exhales into the heart space. Expansion through the rib cage. As you fill the lungs, the diaphragm pushes down, the belly inflates. Again, really give in to gravity. Let the body sink into your prop. Take your drishti, your inner focus, to the heart space, front and back. Avoid letting thoughts drift in and take you away. Maintaining presence and focus towards the heart space, towards the physical presence of the posture. It's an opportunity to really tap into sensations, experiences, and feelings. And really what comes up for you as you take each one of these postures in restorative yoga, allowing you to slow down. Begin to deepen your breath, just bringing your awareness back and preparing yourself to move. Flipping the palms, pressing into the palms and elbows, gently lifting the head, looking along the body. And moving into our next posture, which is either legs up against a wall, and if you haven't got a wall next to you, you can put the legs over a chair or a sofa. And 2 blankets are good for this one. So 1 blanket, quite low height of blanket underneath the head. Take away all of your other props. And the second blanket is to really cushion the lower back. So again, could be quite low without the creases of the blanket digging in anywhere into the body. And again, if you don't have that flat piece of wall, you can literally bend the knees and rest the calves up against your sofa or a chair. So getting into the posture, and again, you have your strap. This is handy to tie around the legs. It keeps them together so that you don't have to think about keeping them together. So again, just pulling the strap nice and taut around the calves. Not too tight, but just so that they stay together. And then wiggling yourself up as close as you can to your sofa, chair, or wall. Arms come out to the side of you. Try and avoid touching anything with the fingertips. Really allow the fingers to be free. And just soften into this one. Legs up against the wall is a wonderful way to end a day if you've been on your feet a lot or you've been running around. This one really allows the lymphatic drainage, sends all the blood back down towards the hips, releases any swollenness in the feet, the ankles, and the calves. And also brings focus up to the throat and the head. So coming into the higher chakras, the 5th chakra being Vishuddha, the throat chakra. Make sure the neck is nice and long. You're not cramping into the throat at all by arching the back of the neck, lifting the chin, or dipping the chin towards the chest. So make sure that there's space between the chin and the chest. And taking the focus into the throat area, all the way around the neck. And just taking those deeper breaths, just bringing awareness back before moving. And to move out of this one, just simply bring the feet down a little lower, roll onto your sides. You can take away the strap and just stay on your side for a moment. Coming into our last two postures. The first one is supported child's pose. So again, returning back to the bolster. Hi, Wesley. And using blankets as you need to for the knees. But we're going to use one of the blankets on top of the bolster to support your head. Hello. And just widening the knees. And if the bolster is too low, you can always use blocks to prop that up. I think I might actually do that, which is either a ramped or, so a ramped one is the same as we had at the beginning with our supported reclined. So this is your ramped child's pose, which is quite nice. Hello. So nice wide knees. And again, if it's not comfortable to bring down onto the forehead, you can turn to the cheek. This is coming into our third eye chakra, the area between the eyebrows. We're not here for long. These are our shorter postures, only a few minutes. So taking the breath up the nostrils into the area between the eyebrows. And slow, long, deep exhales. And when you have your inner drishti, your inner awareness, your inner focus, coming up towards the Ajna chakra, the third eye, you might see colors, you might see shapes. Just focusing on that area of the forehead. And maybe the pressure of your forehead on the bolster or the blanket really brings focus to that area. Again, this is the third eye, the Ajna chakra, the sixth chakra. Take a few deeper breaths. Just bring your awareness back to moving. Lifting the head, bringing the hands by the side of you, and just gently rolling up to knee length. Take your time to lift the head, the last thing to come up. Sit nice and tall, and just be aware now of all of the 6 chakras that we've covered throughout the spine. So coming right up to our 7th chakra, the crown of our head. This one is a 2-minute hold, and you can use a bolster or 2 blocks on top of one another. This is a standing forward fold. I'm going to go with the 2 block option. So you make a tower with the 2 blocks. Simple as like that. And the crown of the head comes down either onto the top of the blocks or the top of your bolster. So depending on how high you might need that tower. Okay. And then as we are actually standing up, we've been down on the mat for a while. Just take a moment to release into the feet, into the ankles after that child's pose. Move the hips a little bit. Take time to come into this forward fold. This is going to bring, a lot of focus now up into the head, up into the brain. Crown of the head just gently rests on your tower of blocks or your bolster. As I say, we're not here for long. Close the eyes. Deep, slow breathing. If you feel that the tower is too high, you can bring that down by changing the height of the block. So all the focus now into the Sahasrara, the seventh chakra, the crown. And nice and slowly take the head away. Bring the fingertips down by the side of your prop. Lengthen the spine out in front of you into a nice soft half lift. The root chakra points backwards, the crown chakra points forwards, and then you can release yourself down to kneeling. And this is where we now come into our Shavasana for our Yoga Nidra. So using props that you need, maybe a bolster underneath the knees, blankets to keep warm, important not to let the body get cold, and lying down on your back, turning lights off, using eye pillows, whatever you've got available. And Yoga Nidra has been translated as yogic sleep, as if you are floating on a cloud. And you're taken to a place that lies between wakefulness and sleep. You move your mind between beta to alpha to theta to a place full of potency, potential, and possibility. And here you can explore the hidden layers of the mind. So as you now lie down on your backs in Shavasana and completely give in to gravity, take a few moments to make any final adjustments. Visualize the four walls of your room, the ceiling and the floor, and your body laying there. Feel into your body from the inside. Feel the clothes touching your skin. Have a sense of the space around you. Feel the support of the ground, the gravity from above giving your weight to the floor. You are being completely held. Make any final adjustments. Move your awareness around your body like a spark. Eyes, lips, jaw are all relaxed. Throat, chest, belly, legs at ease. Feel the whole body start to relax. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just be here. And don't worry if you drift in and out of consciousness. It's perfectly natural. When you drift away, come back to the sound of my voice. Now set your sankalpa, your intention, your heart's greatest desire. Maybe you wish for health, happiness, or less stress in your life, or a particular goal or affirmation. Take a moment to think about this. Now state it 3 times in the positive, as if it has already happened. See it and picture it as having already happened. Listen for distant sounds, sounds radiating outward, sound to sound, not labeling or judging the sounds. Now listen for closer sounds, sounds just outside your room, sounds inside your room. No need to analyze, simply be a witness to these sounds. You are witnessing these sounds still and calm, observing your body breathing. Take a moment to find your safe haven, a place you can return to at any stage where you feel secure, calm, and loved. Here in this place, there is nothing to solve or fix or run toward or away from, a place just to be. Now observe the mind, the thoughts and images. Let them all happen and flow through you. Let go of the past thoughts of the day. They drift away along with your attention. Be aware of your body breathing. Begin to shape your breath. The belly is smooth, with no pauses. Let your breath flow effortlessly. Let your awareness sweep from the top of your head to your toes in a wave of relaxation. Now begin to count backwards on each exhale from the number 10. As you count back, imagine that you're walking down a staircase. With each step, you get heavier and more relaxed. Continuing to count backwards on each exhale, becoming heavier and more relaxed, and let go of the counting. Bring your attention to your mouth, your lips, your tongue, the roof of the mouth, the floor of the mouth. Feel your teeth as if they were floating in the gums. Bring awareness to the inside of your cheeks and the taste in your mouth. Feel your left and right temples, both of your ears. Take your attention down into your ear canals and feel them deepen. Bring consciousness to your earlobes and the skin around your ears. Your forehead softens and smooths, as do the lines between your eyes. Become aware of the hair on your head. Now take your attention to your nostrils, the right and left nostril and the bridge of your nose. Sense the aroma and movement of air into the nasal passages. Now to your eyes. Let your eyes deepen and soften in the sockets. The right eye and the left eye become heavy like pebbles. When you let go of sight, inner vision becomes brighter. Notice your right hand, thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, back of the hand, palm of the hand, wrist, elbow, right shoulder, right side of the chest, right armpit, right side of the waist, right thigh, knee, ankle, top of the right foot, sole of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe, the right heel, the back of the leg, and the buttocks. Bring your attention to your left hand. Thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Back of the hand, palm of the hand, wrist, elbow, left shoulder, left side of the chest, left armpit, left side of the waist, left thigh, knee, ankle, top of the left foot, sole of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe, left heel, back of the legs, buttocks. Feel both of your legs heavy, rooted, and grounded. Take your attention to the front of the body, the soft spot at the base of the throat, the chest, solar plexus, and the belly. Feel your pelvis, the whole front of the body, light and spacious. Take your attention to the back of the body, the base of the neck, upper back, mid back, lower back, sacrum, and tailbone. The entire back of the body at ease. Feel your whole body lying there on the floor. Become a witness to your whole body as if you are looking at yourself from above. As you relax effort, feel the breath rise and fall of its own accord. Now return to your sankalpa, your intention, your heart's greatest desire. Take a moment to return to this thought and state it 3 times in the positive once more as if it had already happened. See it and picture it as having already happened. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. And when you are ready to come back, slowly deepen your breath and bring soft and gentle, slow movement to the hands and to the feet. And taking your time to roll over to one side. Pausing here until you feel ready to sit up. Turning to that comfortable seat. Bringing the hands into that cradling mudra, thumbs gently touching, letting them fall into your lap, relaxing through the wrists, the elbows, letting the shoulders soften away from the ears, and feel the spine is longer. Feel that the mind is calmer. And your heart is warmer. Take one last body scan, all the way from the crown of the head, down the spine, towards the root, into the legs, into the feet, and check in with how you feel. Always thank yourself for your practice, and I thank you. Namaste.